Hey guys, thanks for subscribing for the ones that have. And this video is mainly going to be about, um, I guess, today more than anything. Anyone that saw any of the previous ones, I appreciate it because it led you here somehow. And we can get around to explaining them in depth at some point if we need to. But today I just kind of wanted to talk about what the day that I had and the weekend I had, and then just kind of set this up a little better, I guess. So it took me a while to put all of this together, but I can tell there's still a long way to go. But I can honestly say that today is day one of accepting that I chose to be here, and that was a big revelation for me. That explains so much, so much in my life. Just that one simple thing. So when I thought about what I wanted to make a video about today, because I had all these other ideas of just, because there's so much information that's out there, it's all over the place. But then I just thought, wow, man, it's been such a great weekend, and day, let's just talk about that. So Friday night, I get a call from someone I've never spoken to, or like we're connected to uh, childhood, but we have this amazing conversation. It felt like just the most sincere conversation you could have with someone. I mean, felt like I'd known her my whole, even though technically I guess I haven't known who she is my whole life. We were never, friends or anything like that. But, uh, and more than anything, she just kind of put me on the path to kind of discover a little more about what's been going on with me the last, few weeks, and help me figure that out, I guess. So, uh, I thank her for that. But she brought things into my world that I'd never heard of before. Words like empath and, uh, indigo children and things like that. And just to tell you up front, I am a sponge for information. Like I love almost any subject. There's not many I won't give a shot. At least I love hearing the other two sides of any debate. But when it comes to paranormal stuff, no, I don't want nothing to do with it. Never have. I mean, to an extreme. Like to an extreme. I don't watch horror movies. I don't go to haunted houses. Nothing remotely, I don't even like. I can't stand like. I refuse to take any kind of like Benadryl and stuff because it makes your hair stand up on your arms, and that tingling just creeps me out so much, and stuff like that. So uh, when she started talking to me about things like that, um, it had to be a pretty honest, moving conversation to get me to even consider it. But she just made all the sense in the world. So anyway, she gave me a bunch of things to research, and I went out and did, and then my weekend just got more and more interesting as that went along. And then this amazing thing happened because I could just see, I could connect all these like things. It was like a chessboard, It was fun. Like I love numbers, I love dates. So being able to kind of connect all these things that I had going on, because this all started like February 13th, 2018. Uh, Coco and I were. That was the day she passed, and it was the day I had my incident, and it took me 17 months to realize that I chose to stay here. So that was a big day for me. And then I discovered a whole bunch of things from there. Some really close connections to me that can have an impact on my personal life, and then, or like with family. Like that was kind of cool to connect with family in a way that I haven't in a long time. And um, but the most interesting thing was this morning I got a chance to speak to this. After the weekend I had, I was a little more open to paranormal stuff, I guess you could say. So this morning I started communicating with this lady. She's a medium type thing or something, and it was a great conversation because it was very much like grounded in like reality, like just kind of helping you understand the basics and things you can do to. It was a very good conversation to have, and but the she was kind of who got me to see the chose thing, and sure. I don't know if there's anyone else out there that knows what that is, then you know what that is. I don't think there's any way you can really explain that. Or use as a metaphor. You wanted to be here. You want to live. Yeah, that's you. But and then my day continued to get more. As the day would move along, I continued to find more and more connections to stuff, and even to lots to my friend. But I also was able to see all these connections to other people, that had passed while I've been in treatment. And what was weird about the whole thing was for majority of the weekend, I thought the whole point was pointing out, I guess, the fact that I had this like connection, like holy crap, these so many connected, so many dates, so many things that were personal to me. But what I didn't realize was that, because who I ended up talking to, and all three people, my cousin Ray, Coco, and my friend Ed, I interacted with people from those worlds individually, throughout the whole thing. And I started to realize that the people that I was interacting with were people that were very much hurting, over losing that person. So it just like kind of flipped today, which was amazing. It's like, okay, something that I can put together connected me with the person, and we got to have just a nice conversation and chat, and so it was kind of cool. And it was like, so that was cool. Also, I felt bad. I was at the gas station. I gave bought this homeless kid. God, he could have been 19, 20 years old. A couple of Gatorades, and gave this older lady a ride. She needed a ride, but that wasn't the thing. That although it was nice, it was cool. Like we had good conversations, which was a change too. But what I realized more than anything was that I couldn't read them very well. Like it wasn't the same as like seeing someone. I guess not like a picture and stuff, or like even online. I seem to connect more. Like when I'm texting and stuff with people, they're easier to read. It's weird, than it is face to face. I guess because I've never been a people person. I don't know, but it's also odd because that's how Coco and I communicated. The end of our relationship, or the end of before she passed, was all online. And what I thought was yeah, it was just it's just wild that you can, maybe we've been all staring at these things for so long, we've learned that it's easier to communicate this way, truthfully or honestly or something, than it is face to face. Just then so many other things come into play, so people are discovering shit. I don't know, but weird stuff. But it was just a nice revelation, because it allowed me to talk to people I haven't talked to in a long time. Just, some short conversations, some longer. And that was neat. And it was, something draws you together, I guess. And it was just that connection just allowed us to kind of, yeah, it was cool. It was cool. I like that. But anyway, it's been a long day. I just wanted to do something to let you know that the other videos and stuff that have been, I'm going to put them up in some kind of order. But what I'm hoping to do going forward is to capture, first obviously I've got to kind of catch everyone up. This all started, like I said, 17 months ago. So to get from, that was a day one, that I thought anyway, I guess. But it went for 17 months before day one of realizing that, the whole choosing thing, that's a big deal. But, so, tomorrow's day two, right? Everything. Good night, and thanks for watching.